BP is struggling to contain the crisis in the Gulf of Mexico. Who's managing the cleanup, the government or BP? Carol Browner is with us now. She is President Obama's top advisor on energy and the environment. She is joining us now from the White House. Ms. Browner, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Does the government feel like it has the access it needs if it wants to get involved and start controlling the cleanup?
Absolutely. And in fact, we've been involved from the beginning. We've been directing BP. They get permission from us before they take any steps. That will continue. But we've also had a brain trust, literally more than 100 of our top minds led by our Secretary of Energy, Stephen Chu, a Nobel Prize winning scientist, in there helping make the decisions, helping put forward ideas so that we're using the best ideas, and we will continue to do that. Dr. Chu was down there last week. He will be returning tomorrow. Ken Salazar, our Secretary of Interior, is in there. There should be no mistake about it. The government is in charge. The government is directing this, and we're using the best minds we have to ensure that the best ideas are put forward. Ms.
Browner, what do you say to critics, though, who say that the government was too slow in getting involved?
Oh, that's absolutely not true. I mean, that's absolutely not true. The rig fell on April 22nd. Literally that afternoon, we were in the Oval Office briefing the president. The president has stayed involved. The full force of the government has been involved from day one, bringing to bear all of the resources we have available and making sure that BP is held accountable. You know, I'll give you a good example. BP was putting out estimates about what the flow rate is. We have an independent group of scientists, government scientists, academics, looking at this issue. They put out a number of 1912 to 1920,000 on a Friday, and it's important to understand that we did that. The government did that without BP because BP has a financial interest in this number.
What about the idea?
They want a lower number.
I know it's hard to say this because BP is not a U.S.-based company, but should the company be put in receivership, does that make the lines of communication clearer?
The lines of communication are very clear. They come to the government when they want to do something. We determine with the best minds whether or not that is the right next step, and then we issue an order to that effect.
How are we going to manage the damage to the sea? Part of your responsibility, obviously, is overlooking the environment. Some people say we're still going to have 2 months more of leaks.
Right. I think it is important for the American people to understand that this could leak for some time. We've always known what the long-term solution was, which are the relief wells. We told BP they couldn't just dig one, they had to dig 2 in case there was a problem with one. So we have a redundancy in that system. Today, in the next couple of days, they're going to try and put a new cap on, which, if it works, will contain the oil. It will siphon it up to a vessel and take it offshore.
We thank you very much. Carol Browner joining us there from D.C. She is President Obama's top advisor on energy and the environment.